Hey Nancy, Professor Ball here. How's it going? I'm going to do another video for feedback on your paper. Just make my screen bigger here. And the first thing I look at is MLA format. So you have the information here. I'm wondering if you're doing Google Docs and then uploading it, because if you are, that's fine. But with Google Docs, it tends to take your header to the very, very top. But there should be like a double space and then Gallegos 1, Gallegos 2. All right, the secret ingredient. In the video Secret Sugar by 60 Minutes, this is a fragment, so you need a comma here. In the video Secret Sugar by 60 Minutes, comma, they try to show people how dangerous is a secret ingredient called sugar. Now, sugar is not a proper name like Nancy or, President Obama. It's just sugar, lowercase. The secret ingredient called sugar. Sugar is the greatest issue that we face at the moment. This video is trying to convince the audience on how sugar is the greatest issue at this time. You just said that. Sugar is free and is everywhere. Is it really free though, Nancy? Eating too much sugar is causing heart disease. People are eating sugar, comma, ignoring how much sugar is in their food. Oh boy. Let me just look how many sugars we got so far here. Hold on. See if this let me do it. Sugar. You're not going to see this on your screen, but sugar 23 times. And then even here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So you're going to say, well, I'm going to say you repeat yourself way too much with the word sugar. And then you'll say, but it's about sugar. What else can I say? So let's take a look at it. They try to show people how dangerous is the secret ingredient called sugar. It is the greatest issue that we face at this moment. This is trying to convince the audience on how this sweet treat, this ingredient, is the greatest issue at the time and is free and is everywhere. So you can rephrase it. You can combine sentences, especially like right here. People are eating so much of this, ignoring how much of it is in their food. And it makes people fat and sick. Companies put sugar in their products, making people addicted to their products the way people will buy opioid products. Companies put sugar in their products, making people addicted to them that way people will buy more of their products. Now, it's not going to work on this screen, but when you right-click on the word, you're going to get a thesaurus, and that gives you alternates for the word products. This video is to inform people how much sugar is in their food and trying to convince them to be aware of the sugar they are consuming. All right. So one thing I would say is you need some background or context. And I'm going to write the word contextualize here. You don't just jump in within the video. So something about sugar, about people, about our health, about weight, about trying to eat healthy. Take a look at the OWL for introductions. I see a thesis, I think, here about what the video is about. But in terms of a rhetorical analysis, you would talk about this video is to inform, and then you talk about the audience, the tone, and how the author supports his or her ideas. So this is not quite the thesis that responds to the prompt. So 60 Minutes is trying to inform people through videos, documentaries, and testimonies on how dangerous sugar can be for their health. They are trying to convince their audience that sugar is dangerous for their health. Okay, so this is repeated again. So take another look at this one. If you don't take care of how much sugar you are consuming, they are using testimonies of people in Australia that are eating sugar contained in their daily food and drinks. People aren't aware of how much sugar they are consuming daily. All right. So you're talking about the purpose here, which is that on your thesis, which is good. But you make your point and then you illustrate it. You can throw in a quotation or two, maybe about the testimonies. And you need your explanation here for your pie paragraph, which is the use of videos or documentaries or testimonies is important because. And I will put here too that I was going to say something. What was I going to say? One idea per paragraph. So the rule of thumb in academic writing is one idea per paragraph. So, for example, the use of visuals is one, or the use of testimonies is another. And that way you can bring in quotations from the people who are doing the speaking. So I would break that up into more than one paragraph. Also, 60 Minutes is a research project showing how companies are selling their products, making people addicted to their product through the sugar that their products contain. So if this is how the video or the journalist or the host, who you don't mention, makes their case, this goes in your thesis. 60 Minutes uses a research project to make their point as well. So people go back and buy the product over and over again, getting fat and sick for the intake of so much sugar. Through this research and documentaries, so you've already mentioned documentaries here, so this paragraph is just about research. They are trying to inform and convince people to be aware on how companies use their products to make people addicted to their products. Oh boy. So you have your point on the research, still not seeing a quotation, and then you need the explanation. This isn't, okay, so you have it here. This research is important because they are trying to inform and convince people. Okay? All right, lastly, comma, 60 Minutes used a human experiment. A guy who consumed sugar without limits on his daily meals getting sick and fat and sick. The boy said, comma, capital E, eating sugar daily was so easy, period. Supposedly, there's a D there, take another look at that, he was eating a healthy cereal at breakfast and a yogurt, but this food contains so much sugar, he gained around 9 pounds in 4 days. Wow. Through this human experiment, they are trying to convince people on how foods that are supposed to be healthy are causing weight gain and are making people sick. So this would also go in your thesis. So what you have here is the video is trying to inform and they're trying to convince, and then you would say through the use of videos, through a research project here, through a human experiment there, that is responding to the prompt, and that would be a more effective thesis. You would need quotations to support your ideas, and really your paper is way too short, unfortunately. You're still giving us new information here, and you don't have a conclusion, and your conclusion would say, I just read another paper, and it was about 60 Minutes, and the reporter's name was Anderson Cooper. So you need to mention who it is, and the other part of it is with your conclusion is, in this video, Anderson Cooper is able to show the dangers of this sweet substance through testimonies, research projects, and human experiments. So there's that. The other thing is there was a research component, and I mentioned this in my announcements. It didn't come up in the video that I did if you watched it, but it is in the prompt number 6, where you need to see what other people are saying about your subject, which is sugar. So before your conclusion and after this, you would have included something along those lines. Take another look at the prompt for that. All right. So then here, this goes way up here. So it'd be Gallegos 3, double space, works cited, and then it would look something like this. So the author's, or the journalist's last name, first name. Oops, sorry. That's my little, no, hold on. That's my little abbreviator here. I can't do this any faster either, sorry. You got time, right? Okay, so last name, and then first, then period, then the title of the video, which is Secret Sugar. And it's not going to let me do it here, but it would be italicized 60 Minutes. And then italicized YouTube. Then you do have the date that you found it. And then the other thing that you need here, and it's not going to let me indent, but this is better, although I think this is way too far over. You need the date you found it. So you have the date that you that it was done, but then you need the date it was found. All right? So you can revise one paper this semester that you earned a 79 or lower, and I'm not sure what your last 2 papers are. This one, unfortunately, is not passing, so this is one of those that you could revise. And I'm pretty sure I made comments about your introduction on the activities leading up to that. So let me know if you have any questions, okay? Thanks.